Alright, take 2. Hi, everyone. Welcome to session 2 of In the Heart of the Empire, in the Toyarn Empire campaign. So a little bit of a recap. You guys were in Ortea last session, talking with Cal Calypso about your encounter at Calypso's Animal Emporium with the kind of off-the-rails animals you had to fight. They were acting weird. He called you into his office, you had to explain what you saw, maneuvered your way around a zone of truth, and was told by Calypso that he was going to send a group to Lugrath to investigate why he was sent, as you explained to him, corrupted Virium. So Virium that was orange rather than a normal green and made the animals act crazy when they came into contact with it. So knowing that Josephine had told you guys she was in Lugrath and she knew miners, so they could investigate the Virium mines, had said, come find me when you guys got there, so you told Calypso you would act as his convoy to the city of Lugrath. And you needed to go, according to his instructions, talk with the leader of that city, Irina Lykov, and see what she knows about getting these bad shipments of Virium, because Lugrath supplies the entire empire with the mineral, the element. So, yeah. You are on a ship. You are on Captain Smirnoff's airship, about to disembark and head over the Molina Bay, across it directly to Lugrath. So, it is a straight shot across this bay. Probably going to take around 6 or 7 hours, so it's going to be a little bit, but that is where we left off last session, and that is where we begin today. So, you are all on the deck of this ship. You see a few people running around, and yeah, she said you guys were going to take off soon, so.
So, it's us and the Calypso goons, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a few goons he sent with you guys just because he doesn't trust you completely, but...
Can we please refer to Calypso members as crooks, so they can be the Calypso crooks? I'd like to keep alliteration going for each family, just so we know.
Well, of course.
Okay, thank you.
The Monteverde miscreants.
Yes!
Okay. Is there anything specific you guys want to do before the ship sets off?
Question.
Are we already on the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been flying for a bit. So question.
Wait, no.
They said we're about to take off.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were already kind of partially taking
No,
off.
you're about to disembark.
Okay.
It's fine.
Question. I'm
Yeah.
gonna fart on you
What?
aggressively
What
if
is
you
your
talk
question?
about that.
This is being recorded.
He knows. He's doing it anyway.
You just like attention.
I really need
Okay.
attention. I have daddy issues. Anyway, what are usual fail-safes for taking down a ship? Like, what's the protocol? So airships like these, do they have, like, escape pods in a sense? Do they just have little boats that you get on and it, like, kind of takes you a little bit till
You
people
mean, like,
recover
if
you?
you're in the,
If I were to take down the ship, what's the protocol of how does that work if a ship's going down?
Well, there's usually the implication that once the ship is in the air, you don't want it crashing.
I know,
out
but
of
I'm
the air.
saying, do they have any ways to, like, oh, the ship's going down, do they have escape boats in the sense that
Yeah.
kind of, like, go down?
On a ship like this, there are not escape pods. If you were like looking at an Imperial cruiser,
Yeah.
they would be an escape pod probably. But this is literally what the ship looks like is Age of Exploration pirate brig essentially. So there's 2 masts, big sails, but there are 4 thick wires on every corner, and it's suspended by a large zeppelin. And the bottom of the zeppelin is gone, so you can see on the inside of it. And what you see is affixed by metal and more wires. There's a gigantic green Virium crystal that is probably the power source of this and how it flies. So if that gets damaged, the ship's going down. If for some reason you wanted to, make a history check for me.
Uh-oh.
Just him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 25.
The average height, flight height of airships are like 10,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just skydive your way off the side into the water. Like
You just gotta feather fall right before it hits.
they're like, because this isn't gonna have escape pods. Some of these ships will come equipped with like, the Leonardo da Vinci flight wings.
Yeah, it's that,
design.
like gliders. It's paragliding.
It's a glider. It's
Okay.
essentially a glider.
Okay.
So some of those ships will have gliders. You don't know if this one has gliders or not. But
Can I just Daedalus my way off this ship?
can you what?
Daedalus? And
Like
Icarus?
from Icarus?
Yeah.
No. No, you cannot.
What if we just take the ship really high into space and we become space pirates? And we leave this world entirely.
Not quite. Okay. As you all are pondering the availability of
I'm
escaping,
pondering the destruction of the ship.
yeah, for whatever
Currently.
reason, you go ahead and make perception checks, whoever wants to, or investigation.
Ooh, do I got one better than the other? Yeah, I got one better than the other. Ooh. That's also... Hey, so how'd that work out for you?
I didn't use the tower.
Okay, what'd you roll?
And that one.
Alright, you're bad.
Okay.
I got a 21.
I got an 11 for
So
investigation.
that's like your 7th one in a row, technically,
Is this
right?
perception?
Because it carries over from last session.
It's an 8.
Oh, okay, that's not that bad.
But it's a nat 1.
Oh, okay.
I got an 11 investigation.
I got a 21
Okay.
investigation.
Rose Buck kind of looks around, and you can see that when you boarded, and also as you look, there are, for lack of a better word, cannons on the side, like in the hull, like in the bottom level, you could probably assume where these cannons are coming from. And also on top of the ship, there are like mini guns, almost.
Like turrets?
Yeah, on like the 2 in the front of the ship and 2 in the back of the ship on the railing. So like being able to like aim.
Yeah.
So it's like, this seems pretty standard weapon equipped. And in comparison to other ships you might have seen, especially from where you guys come from, this is pretty low tech. Like, this is, Captain Smirnoff
Let's go.
seems like she probably might be a pirate. But like, it's hired by Calypso, so
The ship's got heart.
yeah. And as you guys are kind of looking around, coming up all on top of the ship from the like hole in the center of the deck where she said you guys would be staying, there are a few people emerging and getting ready, like getting rigging ready and unfurling sails and things like that. And you can see Smirnoff go to stand behind the ship's wheel. There's a large, probably 6 inches, circular Virium crystal infused in the center of the wheel. And she places her hand over it. She yells out, "We are getting ready to go. Please be careful."
Oh, she said to hold on to something when we take off, right?
Yeah.
For us landlubbers.
And you see, as she places her hand on this, above you, the large power crystal vroom, 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 starts pulsating, and you can feel almost around the ship energy kind of wafting from, is that a word?
Wafting.
Wafting.
Yeah.
wafting from
Americans, am I right?
wafting from the power crystal. Yeah, she says, hold on to something.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm gonna try without
Not
it.
even onto me.
No.
Are you guys holding on to something?
I'll grab onto the railing or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
You two make dex saving throws. You make one with disadvantage.
Alright, well,
Because you decided not
it's
to
a
hold
good
on to
thing
anything.
Oh, fuck.
first roll.
5.
Okay.
Thank God. 19.
Okay.
Ooh, that was lower than that one. 8.
Okay.
We're
Uh,
going flying.
We're
Julia,
both going flying.
You kind of like
The landlord
put a
is-
hand on one of the big masts and like wrap yourself around it. You two, Lance stands with his arms crossed, kind of like in a I'm better than
Yeah.
all of this.
I wanted to try.
I'm like,
Holier than thou.
Yeah, and Buck is like white knuckling if a robot could white knuckle the railing.
We'll add that.
But the ship, even if you guys might have been on one before, this takeoff seems not too smooth. So it lurches upwards. Kind of like if you were in one of those carnival rides that like goes in a circle really fast and you have to like press yourself against the back of it.
Yeah.
So
We
you
just-
you two get thrown to the floor as it lifts up with pretty intense movement. You're okay because you're holding on to the gigantic wooden mast, but you two fall down.
I think we would do the world a favor if we took this thing down.
Go ahead and take 3 bludgeoning damage from me as you guys get lurched to the ground. The ship starts, after the initial kind of like takeoff, it slowly starts ascending above the dockyard, above the city, and slowly 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet, 3,000 feet, to a point of getting up to 10,000 feet. You look over the entirety of the city of Ortea, past it to the plains, the Ice Peak Mountains that are the very north of the empire. You see the mountain ranges. You can almost make out the actual empire, Tulia, the head of the empire. And you probably have never been this high before. If you haven't, funny, if you haven't ridden in an airship before. So, it's a pretty cool sight. But Smirnoff yells out after a few minutes, it takes about 30 minutes to ascend to full height. I'm assuming you guys are just watching, like out off the side,
Mhm.
as you can just see everything. Says, due course to Lugrath. We will be there in 6.5 hours. Please don't do anything stupid. Thank you. And she kind of just mans the wheel. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll to do something stupid.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
many thoughts of stupidity going around.
I still
my
want to talk
mind.
to the chef.
Cook?
Yeah.
Austin
Okay.
is going to bomb the ship.
Okay.
I have ideas.
Yeah, so the crew is like all working out and about. What's your guys' passive perceptions?
9.
Okay.
9.
15.
What?
Julia,
Was
they're all
base.
kind of wearing similar garb of like sailors attire, but the crew looks pretty weird.
indentured servants.
In all actuality, they have like a lot of them have little caps on and little like cut off trousers like around the knee, just like for easy movement. So it's similar outfits, but you look around and you see about 4 people on the deck right now. You two are kind of just like leaned over the rails looking. Buck and Lance, you guys are preoccupied with just the view. But Julia, you kind of like get a weird, like, I don't know. You have the sense that you want to see who's running this ship because you guys haven't really looked at the crew. But running back and forth with like ropes in both arms, you see a small goblin. Black hair tied back into like a little bun. And they're like bare feet slap. You know, like the toddler slap on like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
marble
the
floor.
toddler slap.
You hear that even if it's wood.
He wet his feet on purpose for that.
Then you see, kind of like in the top of the highest mast and like the what is it called?
Crow's nest.
The crow's nest. You see, for lack of a better word, a birdman up there. White feathers, talons, an eagle-like face. There's an Arakakra, and then you see, carrying 3 crates, probably the size of the goblin, there is a ginormous bugbear who's walking around. He's wearing the same clothes, but his clothes are like ripping because they're too small for him. And then walking very, very slowly, wearing tiny little spectacles and carrying a little journal, like a book, you see a turtle, elderly turtle. I mean, this guy's gray, like gray beard, bald, like there's like 3 hairs combed over, and he's just very slowly walking to inspect the various aspects of the ship to make sure everything looks tidy and put together.
Is that like a turtle person?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
turtle. Yeah.
Not to assume, based
Yeah.
on name.
Low-key.
One of the weirdest race mechanics.
The natural AC of like 20. Something I'm seeing. Okay, I'm gonna go walk up to the turtle.
Okay. Are you like walking up from behind him?
No, I'm gonna like walk up to his face.
Okay. He walks and ever so slowly looks up to you. Can I help you with something, or?
Yeah, I can't help but notice that some of the crew members on this ship look a little worse for wear.
Speak up, please. I can't hear you very well.
Some of your crew members, their clothes, they look a little too tight to fit, or maybe they don't fit well, or they're ragged looking.
Well, our uniforms are a little worn, sure, but we are planning on restocking them when we get into port, so
How well do you take care of your crew members in general?
I'm the quartermaster. I take care of the crew efficiently, but we have not had the funds.
Do you mind if I see their quarters?
The quarters
Yeah.
where you'll be staying.
Where we're staying, where the crew is staying.
Of
either one.
course, please follow me. And he turns and just trudges to the little hole, the man port.
He's just a sloth from Zootopia.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's all that's occurred.
You two turn around now that it's like stop ascending, and then you look around and you see the same kind of folk. It's a little bit weird because you don't think you've seen any of these types of creatures in the cities, like at all. Quartermaster leads you down, opens up the grate, and he makes a motion to like go first.
I'll get down there first, I guess.
Okay. Probably because when he goes down, it takes him 5 times the amount of time it took you to go down that ladder. So you're standing there for a good 2 minutes waiting for him to come back down. What are you two doing?
I'm going to search to see if this place has like the gliders. That if a ship were to go down, it has the gliders.
Where are you searching at?
I want to just kind of walk around the entire ship, just kind of. So it looks like I'm just trying to get to know what the ship looks like, but that's what I'm trying to like find as I'm doing it.
Okay. The deck of the ship looks to be clear of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You turned around and you saw the bugbear with the 3 crates, and he walked into. So I said that the captain's quarters was on the back end of the ship,
Yeah.
and the front end is storage. He walked into that area, put those crates down, and walked out.
Okay.
But you don't see like glider holders like anywhere on the ship deck.
Yeah, that's what I'll just be doing for
Okay.
a good like hour or two, just scour the entire ship, see if they have any. That's
Okay.
I'm going.
Well then, are you going in like
The storage and down under, yeah, that's just what I kind of want to actively do.
Okay, you go up to the storage door, and you feel a hand go on your shoulder. It's very, very warm and very, very big. And make a strength saving throw for me,
Oh,
or just
God.
make an athletics check.
Okay. It's actually cocked. No, I'm cheating.
Okay.
That's going to be a 23.
Okay. An iron-like vice grip of a hand grabs onto your shoulder and tries to like spin you around, like to see.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of like you grab onto the handles of the storage door, and so it's like rattling as he tries to move you back, and he just leans down, hot, stanky breath in your face. You are not permitted to go inside there.
Oh, well,
Sorry, partner. Maybe next time you could just call my name before you try to turn me around. I'll turn around and face him.
Okay, it is a 7'6" bugbear, hairy fur, comically small clothing,
Very.
and he has double scimitars on both of his holsters, like on the side,
Mm-hmm.
and then on his back he has a large club. We'll just say that.
I'm sorry. I just was trying to get to know the ship a little more. I'm very intrigued, and on top of it, I could have been wrong, but I thought this is where you were going to be keeping my horse. Was in this storage area. So I want to just be sure that she was okay.
Speedy.
No.
If you want to go inside, you have to get permission and a key. You do not have either.
Okay, I'll just go get permission and a key. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard, right?
You do not have permission and a key. The captain will not give you permission and a key. You are not
Okay.
part of crew.
Could I become part of the crew?
Stares. No. Walks away.
He just fully walks away.
Yeah.
damn.
And the door's is the door's locked?
They're locked.
So he locked it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
How's
buddy.
your sleight of hand?
I mean, it's okay. Try to pickpocket. I'll go talk to the captain and just talk and I'll talk to the captain at some point if you want to do Rose next.
Buck, what are you doing?
I was still gonna go to the kitchen and talk to this cook and see about finding some better provisions for my boy.
Okay. You go down. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze going down the actual,
For one as big as me.
yeah. I'm trying to think what that is actually called. Of just like the wooden grate that's got like hinged. It's like hinged that you lift up and there's a ladder. That's how you get down.
A trapdoor.
I have
Kind
no,
of, yeah.
I have no clue what the actual terminology is.
But yeah, so you go down.
Trellis or portcullis, but it is
Down here for both of you. There, it's
What?
kind of it's up.
Am I going to the same places then?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
I'm just describing it in one, just so you both see what it looks like. This first area where you drop down into is pretty open. There's just like a wooden table, and there's like 5 chairs. One of the chairs has like a duct tape leg to it, like it looks like it might have been broken off. A few like mugs on the table, and then to the north end of the ship there is a walkway. So it's like a hallway. There are 2 doors on either side of the hallway, and then past that further opens up into the front, kind of like end of where the front of the ship would be. There's food smells wafting from that area, and then if you were in the main room you came down from and you look backwards, the south end of the ship, is another hallway and more doors.
Can I smell?
Do you have a smelling module?
I'll have to.
I don't think you
incorporate
can smell.
Okay.
I think it's just sight and hear.
Touch.
And touch, yeah.
What about my 6th sense?
Oh yeah, okay. You possess the same 5 senses that you have.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. So I do smell.
You do smell. You smell tomato puree, vegetables.
Does it smell good?
Yeah, it smells pretty good. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Smells like food.
yeah.
Well then, I'll give a knock on the kitchen door.
There's no door on this end, so it
Oh.
just leads to the area.
Then I'll go back there.
Okay. It's probably a room about this big, and this is situated in the very front of the ship.
Mhm.
It's not really a cauldron, it's just a giant black pot.
Yeah.
Um,
Sounds like a cauldron to me.
it's not quite as witchy.
He's
as,
a witch.
A kettle.
Yeah.
JK.
It's a kettle, yeah.
Okay.
There are on the the perimeter of this room, there are what is it called? Like an island bar, but it's like well, how do you describe that? It's like shelves all around, like as if it was a table that just wraps around the whole exterior.
Okay.
So you can kind of just move around about. There's you see a faucet and then a smaller metal kettle, but this is square. It looks like a sink, like a ship sink. And there's a drain that leads out and down.
Like just
Down.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of wind that comes up from it.
It's
Yeah.
where we're staying.
Yeah. And there is a center table, a circular table in the middle, presumably where everyone sits to eat. At the kettle, stirring, another large creature. Their hair is pulled back into 2 buns. And spinning around, you see a orange-skinned hobgoblin wearing an apron that says "Kiss the Cook." And there are fangs coming out. This creature is chewing something and humming to themselves. And then you come in pretty loudly, because it's metal. Turns around. Can I help you with something?
What did Captain Smirnoff say this person's name was?
Cook.
Cook?
Cook.
Oh, hello, I'm sorry to bother you, but you are the cook, correct?
I'm Cook, yes. Yes.
Cook.
Okay, cook. Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm traveling with a couple friends, you see, and one of them, he likes his food a particular way, but he doesn't like to admit it. But it seems like you're running quite the kitchen here on your own, so I apologize for intruding, but...
It's not really much of a bother. We haven't really we are taken off, but they don't expect to get a meal for a few more hours, so I have a little bit of preparation time.
Would you like any help?
Do you know how to prepare potatoes?
Oh, I assure you, I've prepared potatoes for some of the finest and classiest folk in all the land.
Well, I'm making a stew, a vegetable stew, so I need potatoes. Cleaned, cut, peeled, all of the above. If you would like to assist.
I'll roll up my like fancy little sleeves,
Okay.
and I'll say I would be honored to help you.
They point to a bowl that's on the circle table, and there's about like 10 potatoes in there. Please feel free to get started.
Do I have a peeler finger?
It's just a knife.
It's just it'd be a knife.
Yeah. I mean, probably not.
Not a proper peeler.
I'll have to make one. I'll have to make
Okay.
a peeler. Give me your ideas.
You have to
and we'll
invent
make it. Yeah, I have to invent it. We're gonna make money.
But
Patent appeal.
yeah, I'll like. Do I need to roll for peeling potatoes? Like,
No, you can just stay and help.
then I'll do it expertly. Like
Okay.
just. I've peeled 10,000 potatoes.
Well, okay, roll performance
Oh,
if you
shoot.
want to make it a skill check.
What is copyright
Where's
law
this?
look like?
No, dude, with advantage.
Sure. How so? What do you mean?
For Austin,
I want to make a
peeler.
potato peeler.
Yeah, well done.
It's kind of skillful.
23.
23 in performance.
Yeah, I've peeled thousands
Yeah,
of potatoes.
yeah. This is smooth, fluid, efficient. You get done much faster than they think you would. Than Cook thinks you would.
Corinthia have cryptocurrency.
Corinthia does not have cryptocurrency. It has.
What about
Diptocurrency.
what about NFTs?
It's actually, guys, your money is actually just Dogecoin. I don't know if you've noticed or not,
Oh
but
shoot. That's the official
I roll for my
currency
investments.
of the empire.
Okay.
You roll, and that's how much percent it's going up or down.
yeah. Okay, Steph. Julia, quartermaster had walked to the other end of the ship with Julia, and just has been like opens the first door on the left of this end. Opens up. It is 2 bunk beds, but they're not beds; they're hammocks.
Okay.
And they're like suspended. This room, one of the hammocks on the hammock on the bottom is pretty small. The top hammock looks like a tarp, like it is big. And there's a chest of drawers. There's a mirror. There's like a bowl, like a wash bowl, some rags. There are put up on the walls are like sketches. You can roll investigation if you want.
I want to see what kind of artists. these
Someone
people
wants to
are.
be an artist.
Investigation.
Yeah.
It's
18.
They're not bad. They're not bad. They're like landscape sketches. A lot of it is like the ocean. But some of it is like the city. And you see that there are like, there's one of like a city landscape, and then it's labeled Roos. And there's another one that's labeled Ortea, another one that's labeled Polarino. And then like, so there's like maybe 15 of those sketches, and then the chest of drawers is in the middle of the wall, and then on the other side of the chest of drawers there are more sketches. These are considerably worse. These are like 4-year-old mommy, daddy, and me picked like stick figures, rainbows.
There's
It's-
no depth.
These there's a whole lot of personality to these, but not much talent
Okay.
to these. And quartermaster says, this is Lucky and Muscle's room. You see, we take good care of our crew here. They are quite happy. Don't touch any of the things. They get very territorial and upset if things are gone.
Who made the drawings and the sketches?
Which ones are you pointing at?
The drawings are gonna be the nice ones, and the stutter sketches are
Okay.
the really bad ones.
The drawings are Muscles. The sketches are, unfortunately, Lucky's. But he tries very hard. It's just not quite as
easy for him as it is for Muscle, but
And who's Muscle?
the muscle of
Oh, I get it now. Okay,
yes.
I got
the
it.
naming is very efficient on the ship.
Did they name themselves or did you name them that?
Captain Smirnoff named them that. Yes.
Oh.
We don't
What's your
remember
name?
our quartermaster.
I fucking knew it! I knew it!
We abandon our names when we join the crew. So
This is a cold.
This is Subway from Community.
Oh. Oh, that's why he's a cook.
Oh, okay.
do you want to
Oh.
see what you're staying at?
Yeah, I'd like to see where I'm staying at.
Okay. Quartermaster walks a little bit more down the hall to like the back rooms.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I said it. It's the back rooms. To like, presumably the guest area. So the way that this end of the ship works is it's the same hallway. There is door on the left, door on the right. Walk a little bit, door on the left, door on the right, and then the end of the hall is just a door. Quartermaster opens this one up, and it's a little bit bigger of a room than the other one that you saw. And there are 4 hammocks, so 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. In the middle of this room, there are like just chests, like not drawers or anything, and then a mirror and a window. There's windows on both sides of the left and the right wall, with like just like the circle ship windows. Quartermaster says,
This is where you all will be staying. I hope you find your accommodations accommodating. Do you need anything else from me? Or I have to run back up to the top of the ship.
Take an hour.
No, you go on ahead. I'll just thank you for showing me the way. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm in quite of a rush, so it's fine.
and he turns and looks like he's gonna take off in a sprint, but it's just slightly faster walk than what he was doing in the first place. So if you wanted to leave, you'd have to like move past him. Okay.
Awkward.
Buck, what are you doing?
Or
Oh no, sorry, Lance. Sorry, Lance. Whatever.
The disrespect.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to the captain like in the storage so I can take care of my horse.
Okay. You go up to Captain Smirnoff, who's manning the wheel. You walk up. She doesn't look at you. She just kind of makes like a nod. Are you finding my ship enjoyable ride?
I do say it is. Very interesting. This is my first time on one of these. It's very exciting to see and seeing how it works. I was wondering, I ran into your big friend down there.
Muscle. Yes.
Yeah, Muscle.
Yes.
Why? Is that his name?
His name is Muscle. Yes.
Does he have a, real name like Robert?
Did he have one?
Everyone here had names, but we take new ones when we come to the ship. Make an insight check for me.
That sounds
Sus.
sweaty as hell.
Insight, or perception, I guess.
They're both the same because they're wisdom, so a 3.
Something seems a little weird about Captain Smirnoff.
I don't like this.
Well, what? And why is that? Did you take a new name? Because you're Captain Smirnoff, so why aren't you just Captain if he's Muscle?
Well, Calypso wants me to have official name. The crew calls me Captain, but it is a difficult subject to explain to someone who's not familiar with. Well, she lifts her hat up, takes her hat off, and like shrugs her really big like coat off.
2 goblins.
Places it on like a rail that's like right next to her. And when you guys saw Captain Smirnoff, she like looked like a half-orc, but now that you're right up next to her, her features are much, much more orcish than they are human. This is like almost a full-blooded orc. She's tall, she's really burly, but that could have just been like a big half-orc.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like 7/8 full orc, almost. Her facial features are slightly more human, but you can see like big hunched shoulders as she took the coat off. Her eyes are like yellow, and her teeth are like
Tusks.
her tusks are much bigger than a normal half-orc's would be. Like yours
Yeah.
are like trimmed back a little bit.
Yeah.
They're kind of sticking out of your bottom
Yeah,
teeth.
they're a little bit.
But hers are like almost coming up and out towards like her top lip. Like they're big.
You don't exactly see people like us roaming the streets of the Empire.
So Calypso hires us. We travel. We get good pay. Stay out of the way. It is a good gig. We all like it here. I'm sure you've seen the rest of my crew.
Yes, I have. They're all very interesting.
And as you say this, you hear a
No.
the slap, slap, slap of the.
I have a
the
deep fear
goblin.
of children.
That is lucky.
And then, so Lucky, Muscle, you have Cook,
Yes.
so, and then the Turtle.
Quartermaster and Scout points up
To the bird.
to the
band.
bird, who makes a like a caw.
Please tell me that's his only way of communication.
No.
How often do you work for Calypso for trips like these?
Well, Calypso does the occasional travel, not himself, of course, but he has to give things to other cities and locations, so he picked us up one day. We said we were sailors, because we all were. Hires us with good pay, pays us per trip, and most of the time it keeps the food on the table, so it's what we do.
Well, I'm happy you've all found kind of a place for yourself out here. Came to ask you, I was wondering if I could get, even though I'm not part of your crew, of course, because Muscles and I had a little bit of a conversation, I was wondering if there's any way I could get access to the storage area up front so that I could take care of my horse throughout the trip, just to be sure she's safe and all that.
Well, Lucky has affinity for horses and had volunteered to take care of your horse, but if you prefer taking care yourself, I suppose we can make that work.
I mean, I'm fine with both ways. Lucky can help out. It's just more of, I'd like to check up on my horse is all. So if I could just get a key to go in, check up. I'm sure Lucky does a fine job. It's just, it's my.
Make a nature check for me.
He's gonna eat my horse, isn't he?
No, make a nature
Whoa.
check.
I don't know.
Making some presumptions.
He's going to
Don't
ride
be
them.
racist towards
It's yeah,
goblins.
that
Yeah.
Everybody's
that's
racist
it.
toward goblins already.
A 13.
Now that you're thinking about it, every stable hand you have ever seen were all goblins. They were literally all goblins.
How does that? How does that occur?
I don't know. It's like dwarf families can be like blacksmiths or something. I guess
Goblins are handlers.
I guess
animals.
goblins just like being animal handlers.
horse. You suck.
I'm gonna eat you. I'm eating Buck entirely. Screw by screw.
Oh god.
I know how well. I'm sure he can take care of my horse. It's just, I'd like to just be able to do checkup is all. Be sure she's never flown before like this, so I just want to be sure she's gonna be okay.
Well, you have my permission. If you need key to storage, go talk to Lucky. He give it to you. It'll be right. It'll be alright. You'll get it.
I will go find Lucky. I will follow the pitter-patter of his wet little dogs across the deck.
And it's weird because
These
it's
are
not
funny.
it's not raining. You're not on
He licks the bottom of his feet every morning. I know it.
He has
No.
a
He
bucket.
just
He has a bucket in the stable.
He goes ask Cook for water to be able to dip his toes into.
no. It's some sort of like cornstarch liquid where it's also sticky. I know it. Where it's going
Muscle
to hang
licks his
around.
feet.
It's vegetable oil is actually what he's been walking in.
Muscle licks his feet.
Okay.
He uses glue from the horses.
Do you two come back up?
I'm coming back up to talk to the captain after everything.
I'll still hang with
but-
Cook for a little while.
Okay.
Helping them prepare. No.
Lance, you very easily can locate Lucky.
I
It's
got-
almost like you walk down to the deck and
It's like
you
a
almost
horror
have like
movie.
I was gonna
like
say.
it's whipping around you. You don't know where it's coming from.
There's a moment like in a horror movie where I'm in a hallway and
Yeah.
it sounds like it's coming all around. I'm just, oh god, turning around.
It's like echoing. You don't know what direction it's coming from.
You know the scene in Muppets Most Wanted when the evil Kermit's running around? That's what
I
happens
need-
here.
I need to learn this fucking technique from him in fight, so I have distractive patter techniques.
But eventually, if you're just standing out there trying to locate Lucky, you hear the and tugging on your shirt. You look down. Goblins are like 3 feet.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty short. Green skin, black hair, and there is an ever so slight little curly little mustache. Little black curly mustache, but one side looks like it was singed or something.
No.
So it's a little bit worse for wear compared to the other side of it. They're like gold earrings, like triple pierced ears. Lucky has like he tugs on your shirt and you look down and he smiles up at you and you can see there are a few gold teeth in there.
Nice.
He kind of dripped out. I respect
He's
it.
a little dripped out, yeah. And he like looks up.
Well, hello there.
Well, hello there.
For Kenku too.
I was just wondering. I was talking to the captain there, and she gave me permission to go into the stores to just kind of check up on my horse. I know you're doing a good job taking care of her. I just want to, see her myself. Just be sure everything's okay, if that's okay with you.
You wanna go look at your horse? Okay. It's not a problem, not a problem at all, not a problem at all. Follow me.
Slap!
And he's gone.
He
instantly.
turns around. He's at the doors and he's waiting for you to follow him.
Oh, I want to get off this ship so badly, and I'm gonna follow him. I just go.
You start walking. He holds up a hand.
No. As I did it.
No, I'm begging you. Lucky, I'm begging you. I don't know if I have the power, the skill that you have.
Just try.
I will take off my boots.
Yes.
I will let
Like,
these
oh,
pedicured.
sweaty
Oh,
socks.
they're definitely pedicured though.
Okay.
Like my feet are
Immaculate.
yeah, they're immaculate. I take care of them.
Okay.
Other than like the traveling that we
Sure.
all the walking. So like the nails are done.
Okay.
I take them off and I go. Lick my hand, wipe it at the bottom of my foot.
go.
Lick my other hand, wipe at the bottom. I'm gonna close my eyes.
Oh god.
I'm gonna say a prayer. I'm gonna try to
Okay.
slap my way
Make a
across.
performance check for me.
Oh god, I hope I learn.
Julia, you walk up the ladder.
While he's licking his
And you
hand.
see Lance go to do this.
I hope I learn a new special move after this. 15.
This is your anime training.
You slap pretty loudly. This is not bad. Your wet, licked feet slap on the wood deck of the ship, and Lucky turns around and just starts like, yay! Just like clapping.
So I now get to bonus action dash when my socks are off, right? And
Yeah.
they're wet? Okay.
But you have to take an action to lick
Yeah,
it
okay,
first,
I'll
so,
take it. I will take that.
And you go up to the door. Lucky's already unlocked it and opened it, but somehow you didn't see him do this because you were too busy trying to do your wet feet slap. Lucky like does a very deep bow and like sticks his arm out, like enter into like the storage area.
And I will keep slapping my feet as I enter
Nice.
to keep it going.
It's pretty dark. It's not lit up or anything, but there's like a window on one side, so light pours in. You see Ash.
Yeah.
You see Ash tied up. There's a lot of hay around Ash.
Good.
There's like a bucket of carrots that has almost been like demolished. There was like a stool and a brush on the stool, and Lucky runs in, stands on top of the stool, takes the brush, and you can see that he was like brushing Ash. Around the storage area, a lot of crates. Some of them, as you walk by, it's like open lidded. There's nothing in them. Some crates have been like nailed shut, but not a whole lot of stuff that is in the storage area.
Yeah. Do I see any of the gliders at all?
Make an investigation check.
I'm begging, I'm pleading, I'm begging, I'm pleading. A 5. God.
A 5.
5.
You don't really see any gliders around.
Damn.
You're kind of trying to figure out whether or not you
well.
just embarrassed your entire family lifeline by licking your feet and walking, so you're a little occupied.
Alright, I'll look at Aleki and be like, thank you very much. I actually just recently got this horse for myself, so would you care teaching me some tricks on how to take care of her properly?
Some tricks.
Tips and tricks, you know? Like how you taught me to do my wet foot slap. How did...
Yeah. Grab a carrot.
Okay, I can grab a carrot.
You got it?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay. Stick the carrot out.
Alright,
Ash eats the carrot.
okay.
Alright, there's the first trick. How to give a horse a carrot. Good job.
This is gonna be a while, isn't it?
I mean, it's a slow start. You gotta start somewhere.
Okay,
so.
can we just spend like the trip just you teaching me?
Alright.
Okay, yeah.
You did pretty good on that one, so
Okay.
I think we can graduate to some harder ones.
And I guess I'll spend however long Licky wants to spend teaching me how to take care of my horse.
Okay.
And I am not going to commit a horrible act to these very nice, rejected individuals of society.
The misfit crew doesn't deserve your hatred.
No, I'm not saying. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna take the ship down now. I like them too much.
Okay. You're helping cook. Takes about an hour. The stew is like really coming together, and you see one of the shelves like has like there's like drawers overhead.
Yeah.
Like a normal kitchen. Opens it up, stocked filled with random bottles of spices, unlabeled.
Okay.
But Cook reaches their hand in, grabs stuff, and just like starts going.
So we're like getting into it.
Yeah, like they.
I'll try and match them.
Okay. Do you like try to grab spices or anything, or
I'll
where do
I'll
you
ask.
to?
What have you got up there?
They list off probably every spice you can think of, but again it's unlabeled, so unless you know it by sight, this is like
I do have the chef feet.
this is like when like a blind person knows where everything's at in their apartment because it's like they're so used to it.
Yeah.
Cook is just like going crazy. So if you want help getting something, just let me know. I don't label my stuff because I don't want
lucky getting a hold of something and doing something heinous with it. So last year he put gunpowder in what I thought was salt, but didn't quite go very well. And dinner the next day.
Lance has done similar things in the past, but I am quite the. I'll pluck my mustache a little bit, like kinda, and like, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll be like, I'm a bit of a cook myself, so I would love. I'm honored to work in your kitchen, and I'd love to do whatever you need of me.
You two. Yeah, chopping, cooking, boiling, plating.
These are the weirdest
Seasoning.
anime training arcs I've ever heard of.
You work together to make the vegetable stew, which looks and tastes pretty damn good.
Can
Yeah.
can we fist bump? Is that a thing in this world?
Cook might not know what that is. You can.
I don't know if Buck would know what that is.
You can
I'll like pat Cook on the back.
Okay. They've like acknowledged like, good job.
Yeah.
Just well done. Efficient. Where are you at? You came back up to the top.
I'm going up to talk to the captain.
Oh yeah, you saw Lance slap his wet feet. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
In disgust, I'm just gonna like.
Okay, so you can go up. You can go up to Smirnoff,
New technique.
Captain.
So, Captain, I talked to Quartermaster. Which, very interesting name. Where did he manage to get that from?
Myself.
Himself. Okay.
Yes, I named the crew and they joined me
Okay.
about 5 years ago.
Okay. How do you like working for the Calypsos?
It is all right. We are contracted, so
How long does your contract last?
it depends. Usually per job, but we have a sort of agreement with Calypso that if he needs us, he gets us. Otherwise, we are travel around.
How would you like to come work for someone else?
What do you mean?
Well, we could use your help.
And
Down in Polarino,
who is we?
the Monteverdis.
You're one of the Monteverdis.
In the flesh.
She like ponders a little bit. Still not like looking at you. Why do you want us to go help?
We can always use more hands on deck.
I'm sure you have other ships.
We do. I like the attitude here. I think you guys have got a good vibe going on here. I can tell you guys are pretty genuine. I saw some of Muscle's drawings. Thought he did a really nice job of capturing the essence of each of the areas you guys visited.
He is very talented, yes.
I saw Lucky's drawings.
He's trying. It is more difficult for him. His little fingers can't grab the what does he call them? Crayon very well.
Can't you make smaller ones?
That's okay. That's fine. He's trying. That's all that matters. How much are you guys getting paid for this job?
Why do you want to know?
Just curious to see what your standard wage is.
500 gold.
Is that average for your jobs?
Depends on the distance.
Okay. Okay. Well, we come down to work for the Monteverdis and Polarino as your basis, and we can up your pay. We can give you guys better anything you might need, clothing, quarters, gear, and you want. We'll set you up nice.
Well, we will think about your offer. But if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to Captain.
Sounds good. Just this is a privileged conversation. You feel me?
Do I feel you? No, you're 3 feet away from me.
You understand?
I understand. Yes, I understand. Sure.
Perfect. Alright. Good luck with flying the ship. I'll go back down to the main deck to see where Slappy over here went.
Okay. You finish up with Cook. She's just. Well, I'm going to get these ready to distribute in a few hours, but thank you for your assistance.
Thank you. It's always an honor to meet a fellow cook.
You're quite talented.
Well, I should say the same about you. But sorry, I seem to have gotten a bit lost in my work there. I hope I didn't intrude on your kitchen or space.
Not at all. It is not every day that there is a fellow artiste of food.
Yes, well, of course. Oh, I forgot why I even wanted to come down here in the first place. Do you mind if I use your facilities to cook something special for my friend?
Right now?
Or whenever, I suppose,
As long as you inform me beforehand.
Well, then right now would be good if you don't mind.
Sure.
Well, thank you very much, Cook. I appreciate it greatly. I'll cook a special meal for Buck.
Okay.
Or for... Shoot. Everyone's misnumering you today. For Lance. And I'll make it just the way he freaking likes it.
What are you making?
What did I... Can I say I grabbed a rabbit at the market?
Sure.
Figgy pudding.
Okay. I'll make a roast rabbit for you.
Oh.
Okay. You make your roast rabbit, season it.
Just suck it. Just divine.
Okay. Do you bring it up to him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll say, oh, Lance!
Okay, so you 3 are all on the main deck.
Dog
Yes.
gripping.
Like,
Yeah, he's barefoot for some reason, you don't know why.
I'm just in the back with Ash and Lucky.
No, Lucky said your lessons were over for the day.
Oh, okay. We
After
we
like
finished.
3 hours.
Okay, I'll take
and
it.
you're sweaty, you're tired, you smell like carrots for some reason. The lessons, quote unquote, ranged from how to make your horse look at you to how to properly brush a horse's tail to
How to kill someone.
no he starts with like horse lessons.
Yeah.
And then he goes into like how to properly rig a ship.
How to get people to like you.
How to
How to not be a dick.
how to make $1 million in 2 years. Yeah.
Crypto, baby. Teach me about
And he
crypto.
just starts
Lucky.
like rambling about random stuff.
Oh no.
And you try to speak whenever you try to speak up, you're like, yeah, no, that's cool. Immediately starts talking over you again. And
No, he's a mansplainer.
he's just rambling. It's not
yeah,
even
he's just excited.
he's just like rambling about this creature has ADHD.
It's an ADHD ramble.
This is the ADHD.
Okay. Well.
But yeah, then you leave eventually.
Oh, I recognize that. That's ADHD. Yeah, I
No, you
recognize
don't.
it.
You break
Oh.
away from
You think he's stupid.
Lucky, and you all 3 are in the main deck now, middle of the ship.
It was so long. He never stopped.
You have like a 1,000-yard stare.
He never stopped to breathe. I tell you, you don't understand.
What just happened? All I saw was you slap your feet on the deck and then run off.
That's the technique my sensei taught me. Master Lucky. He's taught me so much in so little time. I know how to kill a god.
It was 3 hours. What could you learn?
I can now ramble for 3 hours.
You
Walk out wide-eyed.
I'm just like kind of holding a little platter with like a rabbit on it. And I'll be like, Lance, I hate to interrupt, but I made one of your favorites if you're hungry.
Thank you very much, Buck.
Thank you. I just start like munching it down.
Eat the whole rabbit.
I'm a little shocked, but I'm like,
This is your best work. have it done.
Well,
It's
thank you. I'm
delicious.
so glad you enjoy it.
One day
Do I
when
just
I
watch
make
this
you a
happen?
stomach, I'm gonna cook for you.
Oh, thank you. I can taste.
True, true, but
How do you think I'm such a good cook?
okay, I guess that's true. I don't know. I've never dug around in your mouth yet, so.
Let's keep it that way.
So is there something between you two, or like what's happening here?
I
There's a lot of
upgrade.
tension here.
I upgrade Buck.
Is that a euphemism?
No, I literally
He's quite a talented mechanic.
make Buck fancier. Show with a finger.
Little like the top phalange or phalanx or whatever it's called of my finger pops open and like a little flame, like just a lighter.
I make changes to Buck for scenarios we need. Kind of like
is this a sex thing, or
It's kind more of like a
What?
Corinthian army knife.
Yeah, it's kind of a Swiss Army knife of fingers. What?
Is that canon or Swiss Army knives? That's how I called it.
Stop asking what those cannons.
Cannons are for firing cannons.
so is Buck
No.
just like
You're so
Corinthian
smart.
version of Swiss Army Man?
That's what I'm trying to get to, honestly. Yeah. For me.
Lance has to upgrade him
yeah.
to do that.
I got a lighter finger.
Yeah.
I want a
Is that
bigger
all you
finger.
have right now?
Yes, I haven't been able to do much yet because
Even though
I've had money.
like Lance doesn't smoke or anything, he was just like, a lighter is pretty cool. And then that was the first thing.
I can start
Someone-
fires.
Yeah, when out in the wilderness, I got the brush together. Buck just flicks
Can
that
I-
thing back.
Can I get Firebolt?
I'm just gonna be
That's
like,
a bigger
I'm gonna look at you.
upgrade.
I'm gonna look at you as you have your lighter finger and just go, and then cast Produce Flame. So it does the exact same thing.
I'll say, oh, excellent.
I see my upgrades worked well.
Dies.
I'll shoot a little mote of flame at you.
I erupt in an inferno. The ship goes down.
Okay,
And you just pat it out real quick.
you guys have like 3-ish more hours. If you guys just want to go take a little nap, and go to your rooms.
A short rest
I'm
to
gonna
recover
go-
that 3 points
I'm
of
gonna go
damage. we
find
took.
like little like tinkering things.
Yeah, we could.
Like see if there's anything I can like scrounge up on the ship.
You're probably not gonna find anything like that.
Okay.
At least now, because they're empty. They're restocking in Lugrath, so they don't have much in the ship.
How complex is that cannon?
It's a gunpowder cannon. So, again, this is pretty low tech
Okay.
compared to some stuff.
Okay.
It's like a you know how some magic effects have like recharge?
Yeah.
This would have like a recharge. So you can't shoot this cannon every action. But the damage it does is like the cannonballs themselves are probably around like,
Thick.
yeah, they're probably, what is it? Cantaloupe? Is cantaloupe like this big?
Head size.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the size of
Lucky.
Lucky's head. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, lucky.
Alright.
King.
I wanna go like study the cannon for a while then.
Okay.
Try to write down some schematics for it.
Can I buy a dagger off of Lucky if he's got an extra one?
He's wearing a little vest, and he opens his vest,
Oh,
and there are like 3 daggers sticking out, lifts one out of its little sheath, hands it to you,
oh,
closes his vest, slaps away.
God, he's such a mystery. The things that I'll learn from him.
Hey, Buck.
You want a new upgrade?
Of course.
Is this the new like Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid?
This is what's gonna turn into. Yeah, it's all useless stuff until I did write down under feats, wet feet dash. So
Oh god.
Under
I will cross that out.
Lucky is actually the god of the multiverse. He knows everything.
Lucky is Mordecai in disguise. One day we're gonna find more.
He's gonna info dump you like forbidden knowledge.
He's actually just going and all of a sudden he mentions about a true conspiracy theory of how like the last like official was murdered that he was a part of.
Yes.
And then he goes, anyway, horses. And I'm like,
Starts rambling about a bunch of weird people that are in hell right now.
I think for the 3 hours, I want to try to give Buck a knife, like a knife finger. Try to mess with the dagger and adjust it and adjust the size, trying to get it in.
Okay.
Trying to make sort of.
Explain in more detail how you're doing that.
So I spent like a couple gold buying junk just last time to give me materials before we left. So basically, it's going to just be kind of the same function of the finger will flip back, but there's going to be a spring in it that will let it shoot out and stay. So it's mainly for utility purposes of cutting potatoes and such. I don't know how you want to count it as a weapon.
The lighter, do you have actual fingers?
Yeah.
So
Lighter.
does it like retract and then the lighter comes out? Or
No, it's
is it
in
like
each
a
finger.
cap?
I'm doing one in each finger, so it's like a cap.
Okay, so then this one.
Could be like a cap again, and it just is out.
Okay.
Very simple. It's not like
You're
retractable finger fully transforms into a dagger.
You're gonna have to make the blade a lot smaller.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
So
Does Buck feel pain?
Buck is a big guy.
but
Like not.
a dagger is still like
Yeah,
this wide.
it still needs some adjustment.
He has thicker fingers than me. Rosemary.
Got some beefy hands to work with at least. Got some space.
It has to be like half the width of a dagger.
Okay, I mean yeah, that's fine. It's gonna turn more into a needle. Inject you with heroin.
Which finger?
I'm trying to think.
Which one do you want? Other than
Where does the
lighter?
finger go when it retracts?
Well, I was saying it doesn't retract. I was saying it like there's a spring here that lets it shoot out and like hold, and the finger just flips back. But I can retract. I mean, the finger I would think would just like leave an opening in the palm. So like Buck can't do 5 fingers at once to have all of them activated, but it's like one at a time where there's a little storage compartment where like the part of the finger retracts, holding in place for that ability. And then that finger has to go back to normal, so this one has room to retract into the palm.
You could do like an Assassin's Creed.
It kind of, yeah. There's
Okay.
just enough space for like a chamber to hold the finger to retract into, but Buck can't go lighter, knight, dagger, laser, finger, all at the same
Let's not get
time.
ahead of ourselves.
Well, at least for now, not at the same time.
Make a do you have a tinker's kit?
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
So make a tinkering check. So you
What do you want?
if
Intelligence?
you have the kit, then you add your proficiency,
Yeah.
but it's an intelligence check. Well, are you proficient in tinker's tools? I mean.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you add your proficiency.
A 25.
Okay. You can you realize that the dagger has to be smaller, so you can go get muscle, and he will literally just snap it in half, and hand you the half of the dagger, and he'll look at the other half of the dagger that he broke,
Just eats it.
pockets it, walks away.
I gave him a shank for later.
And you can spend the 3 hours rest of the trip just sanding it down, sharpening it back up, and then inserting it as a capsule in the finger.
Yes.
If you went there, you could do your
What
other
is
hand,
Julia
too.
looking at specifically with
Actually,
the?
I'm
with
gonna give you
the
5. I have a
cannon?
different idea for your other
Like
hand.
functionality
I
of
like
it.
middle finger.
Do it.
Are you making blueprints of it?
Yeah.
Okay. You can take measurements.
Potato.
You can do stuff like that.
Cool.
Okay.
You make a move.
After a total of 6 hours, you can hear a bellowing yell. And it's just, get up here!
Who?
You don't really know. It sounds very deep,
Not Smirnoff.
not Smirnoff.
Are they saying it to anyone in particular?
Just the whole,
We just hear it.
yeah.
Well,
Wait, okay.
I guess we're being called.
Is my finger complete?
It should be if the 3 hours
Yeah.
passed. Yeah, you got your extendo. I don't know if it deals damage. That's the thing Kate has to come up with, but yeah,
I'll-
extendo knife.
I'll pop it out and put it back a couple times and say, well, I suppose they seem a bit desperate, so we should go try and help.
I agree.
Okay, you all head to the top, the deck. The crew is running around the ship, getting stuff tied and untied. And as you look out, you've descended by quite a lot. And you are past the Melina Bay, looking down. First of all, as you walk out to the deck, the weather has turned sharply to very cold. You walk up to the top and you can feel your face getting hit with mist because the clouds are really low. You're probably only around 3,000 feet up to this point. And you look down and you can see wintry landscape, high altitude, hills, mountains, and nestled into a valley that you guys are currently descending into is the city of Lugrath. Smirnoff, as you guys walked up, Muscle was right at the edge of the trapdoor. And he says, "You are finally up. We have been waiting to descend."
Is everything okay?
Yes.
Oh. Well, okay.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I hope he's okay. An 11.
Okay.
He's hard to read.
Good. Okay. I'll take that.
Smirnoff looks down to you guys. "We are getting ready to land. Once again, for the two of you who fell, please hold on to something."
Oh, I'll shudder at the remembrance.
Have I learned my lesson?
You can hold on to me.
I'm going to make a save with disadvantage. I want to try one last time.
Okay, what are you doing, Buck?
I'll probably just lay on the ground,
So I don't have to make a save because I'm.
You guys make, yeah.
kind of splay out.
Yeah, okay, make dex saving throw, make one with disadvantage.
15.
Oh, damn. Wait, I think this... I don't know. Did this one flip? Okay, I think it flipped. I think it was a 5, so that's a 10. I think it flipped when I rolled the second dice.
Or nat 20.
I die. I go flying.
As this descends into a similar dockyard of just flat, grassy area that you saw, kind of like in Ortea, this is covered in snow. There are about 5 other ships, smaller ships, anchored down. As this one descends into the biggest kind of area, there's a very violent crash down as it lands. You two are fine.
One of these days, I'm gonna get it.
Buddy, you get thrown to the ground.
Try and
It's because I didn't lick my feet.
Yeah. And you guys have landed in Lugrath. The Muscle walks into, on the side of the ship by the railing, there's a large plank. Muscle grabs it and places it over the edge of the railing down to the ground. And Smirnoff waits for everyone to get off the ship before she leaves as well, as you guys want to descend down off the ramp. And you look around, and you are all in Lugrath.
Nice.
Okay, we are in Lugrath. You guys have just landed the ship, and you look out and around. Lugrath is a cold, bitter, brutal-looking place. You know that it's not nighttime, but the way that the mountains are surrounding it, this is encompassed in darkness, almost. Nested into a mountain valley of the Ice Peak Mountains, the city is seemingly suspended in all-encompassing winter. The buildings are made of stone and wood. Chimneys are in almost every home, blowing smoke up into the air from fires lit within. Pine trees are scattered throughout the city, with blankets of snow on every branch. There are Virium-powered carts trudging through the snowfall on the cobblestone pathways of the city, loaded with supplies while people bundled in fur walk beside them. A small stream of runoff flows through the center of the city, bisecting it into two parts, and there are stone bridges every couple of 100 feet, allowing people to pass over and into each end of the city. Near the north end of Lugrath, there is a tall steeple peeking out from over the rooftops of other houses and buildings, and past that, affixed and looking down upon the city, there's a large mansion. Most of these buildings have like yellow light coming out of them from candles and fires lit within. There is gentle snow falling, and you all get very cold very fast because the weather of Orteo is not nearly this cold. Yeah, so you are in Lugrath at the front end of the city in the docks.
Are we still? Is the Calypso crew like with us?
Yeah, I mean everyone is off the ship.
Like all its crew
Yeah.
as well? Okay. Are they the Calypso crew that we're working with? Like the
crew of the ship?
Yeah. Or like did
There's a separate.
or did
right?
Calypso also send?
Calypso sent a few of
Okay,
these people.
that's what I
with
thought.
us. I'm sending a picture of Lugrath in the Discord. So you guys look out. There aren't a whole lot of people walking around, but everything just seems very slow in this city. What do you guys want to do? Where do you guys want to go?
Who's the leader of the Calypso crooks that they're going to be following us around? Like the people we're working with for this mining.
The Calypso people just look like nameless goons. Like they just are waiting to see where you guys are going.
So
Because Calypso had told you guys to go talk to Irina Lykoff.
yeah.
So
Okay.
Is there anywhere we could talk to each other without these crooks noticing us?
what's up?
I can pass message.
Message? Yeah, I mean, you can do that. You can probably speak quiet enough and far away enough from them, but you're probably gonna get the impression that as you guys walk in a direction, they're gonna follow you
Mhm.
wherever you're going.
Close behind.
30 feet, maybe.
I'm trying to.
Losing them
Okay.
isn't gonna be.
I'm trying to
Smart
think of
choice.
splitting up though.
Well, we could always. What time is it?
In game,
Yeah, in game.
it's
Evening.
evening time,
Okay.
probably 4 or 5 o'clock.
I'm trying to think
Okay.
if a couple of us go to speak to this Irina, and they all follow us, and then one of us goes to talk to Josephine.
Yeah. Well, I'll turn to the back of the crew. I'll turn to the crew and be like,
Well, we've been traveling for so long. I know we've kind of got some rest, but I know flying kind of causes a little bit of a stir to many. Do we want to kind of get an inn for the night so that we have a new day to talk to Irina and head straight to the mine instead of doing one and then having to wait for the other? I think we could get some rest tonight and we can try to finish this job tomorrow.
And you're talking to Calypso's people?
I'm talking to the Calypso people, just trying to make a plan.
They kind of just look to themselves, because there's about 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. That okay? No big deal.
They look around, shrug,
I'll buy y'all dinner. It's no problem.
start walking forward.
They start walking
Yeah.
forward. I guess I'm down to follow them to see where they're going, since it sounds like I don't know if they're going to the arena or if they're just now going to a tavern that Calypso probably has a connection
Well, you said you
with.
were going to buy them dinner.
Yeah. All right.
So, they don't really seem to like the weather very much.
Yeah. So.
They're trying to get inside to a building.
All right. All right, let's go find an inn for the night.
Pretty near the docks, as most of these inns are, like travelers' inns. There is a 2-story stone building with a wooden roof. There are a few people huddled outside of it, and like a door like opens and you can hear like noise coming from inside as it shuts as the person leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And it just says the Wanderers Inn. They kind of just like the goons stand outside the door and like wait for you guys to come inside.
I want to talk to us, just us three, real quick. I'll look at Goons back.
One sec, we're gonna figure out room accommodations for us real quick, so we'll be right there. Alright. Here's the plan that I'm thinking. We, for the night, get a room of us all together. And what we can do, hopefully, depending on how smart this crew is you and I could climb out the window, and Buck kind of goes into his usual sleeping shutdown mode right at the doorway so no one can open it. So not just a lock, we have like a 300-pound big body of metal up in front.
Could also freeze the door shut.
True, but that's a little more sus than a locked door in my opinion. A little suspicious.
I prefer that over being used as a 300-pound hulking paperweight.
I'm sorry to offend you, Buck. It's one of the easiest ways to keep people out.
It makes sense. I mean, it's going to be harder for them to push open a door with a person in front of it, and also it's less suspicious. Less conspicuous.
I suppose that's fine for the night, but
It's just a quick in
I
and
can't
out.
say I'm pleased.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just a quick in and out.
We're
with-
actually pleased. You just got to agree.
Consent
Addendum.
is key.
You guys are literally a 3-person party, so
Yeah.
splitting you guys up, it's not exactly ideal
Mm-hmm.
because like Rose would just like be sitting around for 20 minutes while you guys go do stuff. So if you can choose not to split up party, that's probably better anyway.
You just don't like me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep you out of it all.
Because like if you haven't noticed, when one person's doing stuff, the other two are just like chilling.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, so
It was
I'd
just, I
rather-
didn't know how long the Josephine conversation would actually take, so I was just hoping we'd be able to sneak out, meet up with her, figure out what's going on, make a quick plan, and get back.
It's also just easier in the long run because if you're all there, you all have the same information,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole like coming back and relaying stuff is most better if you were there in the first place. So, just from the DM standpoint,
Okay.
there's ways you can work around just being together. Like, you were gonna shut up. You're gonna make Buck stand at the door. You also can just push a shelf in front of the door, and it's the same kind of thing because it's a heavy object. So, you know, just try to keep you guys together for the sake of cohesion in the future.
So here's what we can do. How many beds are there in the room, do you think? Enough for all of us?
No, probably.
Well,
We're probably
I don't
gonna get
even-
2.
I don't need a bed.
Okay. Well, let's say that there's 2 beds. I can try to shape some water and freeze it into the shapes of us in the beds. And we push a bookshelf in front of the door. Just in case. So they open it, they see us sleeping.
But then they'll see Buck here missing.
It's fine, he's out for a stroll.
We could.
Alright.
It's better to have
Throw
one
up.
person missing all 3.
Sure. But the ice will melt at some point.
It's cold here.
Alright.
Leave the
Yeah,
window
we can
open.
try.
Oh, good call.
So you're like a chili.
Alright. Yeah, sure. We can look into making frozen statues of ourselves.
Trying to objectify me.
You are an engine.
And can I, in preparation for pulling off this plan, I'm gonna try to magical tinkering with something to get a sound of snoring.
I've prestidigitation.
But if you're gonna be gone,
You'd be out of range for it.
Magic mouth.
Um,
I love it.
you don't have like an audio capturer or anything.
You should be able to do it. Artificers have like an
What?
ability to just do it, to make a sound in an item
Do
for
you
a
have
bit.
levels in Artificer?
Yeah.
What level? Do you
I have one, and magical tinkering is a
Okay,
skill.
what's the
You can imbue something with like a sound or
you can?
There's
yeah.
like
Okay.
glowing sound, something. There's like
a
one
short
or two other
video that's
Okay.
like
I thought you were
Not
just
much.
asking to do this
Oh,
raw,
no.
like raw dog.
no.
Okay.
No, I'm saying this is something I can do.
Can I just make a
Can I
record?
I'm just gonna cast wish. Actually,
No. Okay. It emits a recorded message that can be heard up to 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Recording can be no more than 6 seconds long. I'll just say
Just
you can
on loop.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Okay. You can do that.
We'll do it at the same time, so yeah, and we'll put it right at the door.
Okay. Sure. Don't wink at me. You guys.
so if we're doing this, I don't think we need to push the shelf in front. I think that's most sus.
No, we just lock our door when we sleep.
That's fine. All right, that works.
Okay. You guys can go get your rooms.
Hell yeah. How much money do I lose paying dinner for these guys? I'm only buying them dinner. I'm not buying them drinks. I'm not letting these guys run me dry.
Rooms plus their dinner. It's gonna be a gold and a silver.
Oh, okay.
You guys will owe 4 silver for your room. You two.
Oh, okay.
All right, each or
Yeah,
okay.
each.
Yeah.
68. 9 silver.
Okay.
Keep
You
up.
guys can do that. You can
Here's
record your
28
message.
gold for you.
Straight up.
Straight up 28 gold, so you
So I'll
have some
get-
cash for yourself.
I'll get Lance to come over here and be like, "Hey, Lance, can I show you something over here real quick? I need you to help with something."
Sure, yeah, of course.
I'll message it to your brain like, "Hey, we're gonna go record a message of us snoring.
Okay.
Just nice and low.
Okay.
I need you to snore.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
We're gonna go in the back corner and
Okay.
record that."
Oh god.
That's it. 6 seconds
Lance
straight of just that.
snores like a dad on vacation. You're sharing the same motel
Oh,
room.
it's so loud.
Like the next bed over. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to a performance check.
Like a dad on vacation.
I'm dad.
Okay.
Your vacation.
You guys do this. You make your precautions. It is 11 p.m.
First.
We're jumping out that window.
You jumping out of the window?
I probably would try to climb out the window, yeah, just in case the people are still up.
Ladder finger.
Okay.
A little rope.
Rooms are on 2nd floor.
Mm-hmm. Just a little shimmy down, that's all. Biggie.
Okay.
Knees shatter.
Make acrobatics checks.
My name paid us. Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually.
Can't just fall.
Nat
But-
20.
Did you
Really?
Actually?
Yeah, actually. Of
9.
course on this.
I can do this once a day. I'm gonna cast levitate and just.
Okay.
So
Descends.
You start falling.
Yeah, I trip and just go.
Okay. What did you get?
9.
No! With my nat 20, can I?
Can I do like leave a cartoon outline in the snow on the ground?
Yeah. You fall out. Face plant. Take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
So, the only damage I've taken in this campaign is bludgeoning
That's
damage.
the only damage I've taken has been me getting slammed to the floor
Good.
currently. God, I want that damage in real life.
No.
Okay.
And you shimmy your way down. You levitate your way down. So you guys are out in the street. And you don't know where you're going.
We just gotta find a kind stranger. We're just going to the university, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the closest
Would I-
stranger?
Would I know any of the layout of this city?
Have you been here before?
Business dealings.
Make a history check.
Okay.
I mean, it's
That's a 21.
Yeah, you can get the general layout. The east side of the city is mostly residential, but then the section that you guys came in at is like taverns, inns, shops, buildings. So, university is probably on this end.
Okay. Okay. Alright, boys. Let's go.
Alright.
You guys start walking into the heart of the city. People aren't really out and about. I mean, it is 11 p.m. This is not like Las Vegas type vibes.
I hood up.
Okay.
I put my duster collar on.
You walk kind of like on the main road next to the it like walks next to the stream is kind of like where that road goes up. You see like closed shop windows, and going farther north there is a large building, probably around 3 stories. It looks like a circular stone tower, and on top is like the wooden roof, plumes of smoke coming out of 3 chimneys on top. And it's dark on the inside. Over the top of the double wooden doors where there's steps lead up to it, this like walkway. It says University of Lugrath.
Let's go in.
Alright, now we're here.
You go to knock.
Yeah. Explosion.
No, not yet.
No. Betrayal.
Moment's pause. Inching it open. Who is it?
Robot, a cowboy, and a very mean lady.
Is that Lance?
Of course.
Opening it a little bit more, you see Josephine. Her hood is down, black hair tied back into a braid. She opens it up so you guys can walk in. Come inside. You guys walk into the first area of this university. A few tables around, a couple bookshelves, and there's a large spiral staircase in the middle of the tower. There's probably bigger nobleman houses, like in some of these cities. Like, this is not very big. Not for what a university might be, but nobody else is seemingly in here. There are a few sconces lit. And Josephine, like, ushers you guys to a table, kind of near the entrance, shuts the door behind you guys, bolts it. Well, I'm surprised you made it here this fast.
We made ice duplicates of ourselves in our beds.
What?
Special technique.
Right.
We made it here, and that's all that matters.
Yes, of course. Do they suspect anything?
We did. They tried to zone a truth us when we met with Calypso himself. I think we were able to at least play it off a little bit. The issue is I know the spell didn't affect me, so that means at least the person that cast it, the lady with her mouth shut. So, sure if that's what they're called.
Yeah, we got interrogated by a seeker.
So she knows that I wasn't under the influence of the spell. So anything I could have said, but I think these two were able to kind of keep it at least conspicuous enough.
Yes.
Hopefully, as far as Calypso knows, you don't know anything, but seekers are not to be trifled with. So I don't know if she knows or not. As long as you were able to slip away from his men.
She were.
The trouble in the mines has gotten a little bit more precarious.
What kind of trouble are we looking at?
I told you all that they had went into the mines, the miners, came back and acted a little bit strange. Well, this time around they did not come back. And I have not heard from anyone in 2 days. I'm not an idiot, I will not go by myself, so I was hoping that we could investigate together.
Yeah, alright.
We would be honored to help you, Josephine.
How do you even want to do that if we got Calypso's men that are supposed to go down there? I was hoping we could set up some sort of trap and, mining accident. All the men died and we were the only 3. While it looks suspicious, it's true.
Were you sent to go speak to Irina?
Yes.
And you haven't yet?
No, we're doing it tomorrow. I convinced the group to rest for the night after a long days of travel.
Well, perhaps talk to her first and see what she wants you all to do.
Okay.
There might be a way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Alright, so you want to try to have another meeting after we meet Irina, or are you want me to just message you with the stone?
Use the stone, and we can probably meet at the mines.
Alright. Sure.
We're north of the city. Travel about 2 miles up the mountain path.
Alright.
Well, it sounds like we got a plan then.
What happened to your family?
My parents are still gone. So you can see I have vested interest in finding out what happened.
Alright. We'll figure it out.
If you need me beforehand, I'll be here.
Alright.
Good luck with Irina. She rules the city with an iron fist. I'll just put it that way. She's a little abrasive.
Well, I have a couple of iron fists myself.
And a knife finger.
Robot jokes.
Do you all need anything else?
You got any books in here on small machines and the like?
I'm sure we do. You can feel free to look around if you want.
Perfect.
Do the miners use explosives at all?
Sometimes, to break through patches of rock. Usually the veins are thick enough where they don't need to. You can just continue to mine, but they might use explosives to push through.
Do you know where they get it?
There's probably a supplier in the city.
Will they have any sort of stockpile down in the mines?
That's usually where they keep it. Yes.
Alright.
How good you on?
Explosives. It was good to see you, and we'll see you soon.
A pleasure.
Okay. Are you gonna come back at a different time to look for the book, or are you gonna look?
I'll come back at a different time.
Okay. All right. You guys leave the university, go back to your rooms.
Sneak back in.
Yeah.
Buck just like holds you, like can just boost you guys up. You'll be so tall.
And then we're trying to pull Buck up,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work.
Okay.
It
It's
never
hard.
does.
Okay. You guys, your beds are wet.
How do I
'cause
get back?
The
to
ice
them?
is melted quite a bit.
Don't worry.
Using
I'll cast Destroy
they're
Water.
grabbing 2 arms.
What the
just, like,
why
throw
do you-
up- What?
I'll cast Create and Destroy Water
Oh,
to get
okay.
rid of the water in the beds.
Okay. No more wet puddles. Doesn't look like you peed your beds.
How do I get back out?
I put some water on my
They
feet.
grab both of your arms, and you like have to plant your feet on the side.
Okay.
So you're like walking up the side of this.
I before we destroy the water, I put some wet water on my feet, and I start zooming back and forth.
You start
I'm
slapping around.
I'm working on the technique that I was
Oh,
taught
God.
by my master.
You hear a goblin cackle off in the distance.
And then he mentions how he killed the president of Corinthia.
Yeah. Okay. That's where we're gonna end it today.
Yeah. A quest.
We've been on a quest.
Our adventure can finally begin.
Did we level up?
We're just gonna paste it.
Did we level up?
We're just gonna paste
You
it.
suck.
We're just literally
You
pasting
guys
suck.
are
it
so
over.
annoying. Yes,
Awesome
you did level
sucks.
up. Leveled up.
Fuck you!
Okay, we're done.